things haven't changed during the last couple of years. In the Western world, the number of people entering the job market is lower than the number of people leaving it. So the fight and war for talent is still on. At the same time, in 2015, we've seen that organizations are trying to hire more and more people as the economy is recovering, but the budget for hiring people is not increasing as much as the need for people. And also with technologies like LinkedIn, for example, enabling me and anybody else to reach out to very detailed skill sets, the question of retention comes into focus. So really, we need to make sure to retain our talents. So the old saying, hire for attitude and train for skills, is still true. But at the same time, I believe that we really need to look for certifications in all skill sets, especially in soft skills these days, because soft skills are not measured really. And I believe that communication skills are getting more and more important in large global organizations to facilitate communication across borders. So we've been doing this business for quite a long time. We're still surprised to see the gap between self-assessment and self-view and reality. For example, in China, when you come to a large organization, they really believe that most of their staff do speak English because they have some certificates. There's a Chinese certification system for language skills, for communication skills. But if you speak to any of those Chinese people who have the certificate, you wouldn't understand a word. So there's still a big gap between self-view and reality, and I think that this is one of the main issues at the moment, that the certification systems need to be globally aligned and standardized. Skills development planning should be at the core of succession planning and resource planning within an organization, because only the skills help you to actually fill the gaps within the entire structure. For this, of course, you need to create a clear roadmap, understandable and transparent roadmap for all your staff, especially for your key talent, because you want to fast-track your key talent to the position you envision for them. And finally, of course, it's key to monitor the progress of whatever you do in talent development, because only the results and tracking results will allow you to adjust the process and to be successful. Measuring against KPIs is good and tracking progress is good, but in the end you need to visualize the data in dashboards, and therefore you need to use business analytics tools, and I think that HR still has a long way to go to actually understand and proficiently work with business analytic tools. Frankly, there's not much of a choice because not all of us are Google, and not everybody wants to work for every company. So the one thing that we really need to do is to retain the talent that we have. And if we find any barriers that bar them from growing within our own organization, it's up to us and it's up to HR and L&D to find the barriers and to remove the barriers by training, by applying training to make those people grow within our own organization. So for most organizations, hiring versus educating is not really the question. People come and go, organizations grow, they slim down. Well, in the end, we need to keep the talent that we already have in the organization, move them from place to place, foster mobility within the organization, and come up with a succession plan that really allows us to fill gaps from within. And against this backdrop of change, companies must not only strive for high performance and better results, but they also need to create an environment in which people really want to work, and this is where communication comes in, because only communicating people are happy people. Against this backdrop of change, companies must not only strive for better performance through competencies, but also they need to create an environment in which people really like to work. So soft skills like communication skills training are getting increasingly important with large global organizations, and essentially I believe that only people who can communicate will be a happy workforce.